AI is absolutely crazy. And I think a lot of us, we weren't expecting how fast this thing would actually show up. And maybe you don't know this, like AI is not coming, AI is already here. And I think what we're going to see is we're going to see massive shifts in the next year. I think as we think about AI, a lot of times when people think about AI, they only think about ChatGPT. But AI is way more than ChatGPT. And I think what's coming is going to surprise people. And I think a lot of people are going to be impacted. A lot of people are going to be impacted for the good, and a lot of people are going to be impacted for the worse. So the question is, when this change is coming, when a shift is coming, when disruption is coming, what do you do? How do you prepare yourself for something that's inevitable? How do you prepare yourself for probably the biggest shift that we see in history? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. My name is Denis Estimon. I'm an AI strategist. I didn't start off in the AI space. I actually started a movement that reached thousands of people. And I worked with a bunch of large companies, Fortune 500 companies, to create movement. And today, I use my frameworks, I use my methods to essentially help people navigate the challenges of AI. And if you don't know, there's a lot of challenges that are here, and there are a lot of challenges that are coming. There's things like AI anxiety that's going to show up. You're going to hear more cases about AI psychosis. You're going to see the tension of companies trying to decide, do we integrate this thing, or how do we integrate this thing? Or you're going to see employees pretty much, sorry, my my meta glasses started talking to me, but you're going to see employees pretty much ask themselves the question of, is this thing going to take my job? You're going to see college students pretty much say, hey, does my major still matter? And again, like, this is the biggest shift in history. Like, everything is going to change. And this is not hype, right? A lot of people think that people just start hyping people up to try to sell something. I don't have anything to sell you right now. But this is not hype, right? This is going to impact people. The education system, as it stands today, is not going to be able to support where this thing is going. Students that are going to colleges now, it's going to be very difficult for them to essentially just navigate to a new world that's completely different. And the crazy thing about AI at this moment is every single week, something is changing. If I say something in this video, the challenging part is that by next week, like this, it's gonna look different. It's gonna look different. So the reason why I'm making this video today is to essentially help you navigate it, because change is coming. And the thing is, you have a choice. And that choice is to either move from obligation, right? Because you have to, or to move for opportunity. Here's what I mean by that. As it relates to this AI space, everybody is going to be forced to change. Everybody is going to be forced to adapt. Everybody will be affected. Everybody will be impacted. But the question is, when you are impacted, are you going to be impacted because you waited, or are you going to be impacted because you decided to make a decision today to change your tomorrow? Right? Because again, this will impact every single person. So the question becomes, knowing this, knowing that you're going to be impacted, knowing that you're going to be affected, knowing that a change is coming, what are you going to do today? So the first thing that I believe is going to help you navigate the AI challenges is your mindset, right? The thing about mindset is, what you believe in your mind will essentially be what you do in your life, right? Because from your thoughts come your beliefs, right? From your beliefs come your actions. From your actions is really your behavior, and your behavior becomes your character, or who you are, right? So there's going to be people in this AI age, in this AI space, that the thing that's holding you back is not because the technology is changing so fast and you don't know how to adapt. The thing that's actually going to stop you the most is your mindset and your ability to adapt, or your ability to change as things change. But that doesn't start from just knowledge of the tools or AI jargon or AI vocabulary. That happens from your mindset. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe you're able to do? What impact do you think you can make? And see, here's what's going to happen with AI. AI is not going to just change people. AI is going to magnify who you already are. So I hear a lot that AI is going to make people lazy. No, I don't believe that AI is going to make people lazy. I believe that if you were a lazy person before AI, you're going to be a lazy person with AI. If you were a diligent person before AI, you're going to be a diligent person with AI. So AI actually doesn't change who you are, it only magnifies who you already are. So what does that mean? That means if you were a generous person before AI, you're going to be a generous person with AI. It means if you were a chaotic person before AI, you're going to be a chaotic person with AI. AI won't change you, it will only magnify who you already are. So the whole thing about this mindset thing is, until you can kind of take a step back and evaluate your mind, right? Like how you believe, how what you process, what you take in, your AI is just going to be a reflection of you, right? Your income is going to be a reflection of what you do today. Your impact is going to be a reflection of what you do today. And let me tell you something, if you always do what you've always done, you will always have what you always had. And I'm not preaching at you, right? But if you've always do, like if you've done the same thing, if you've seen every shift and you've kind of always done the same thing, you've kind of set the same actions, the same behaviors, when this change is happening, it's going to be the same thing. And you're going to be one of the people that are affected by AI, not one of the people that use AI to actually create impact in their own life. So the first thing, it's your mindset, right? And I think a lot of how, one, you can improve your mindset is by what you take in, who you listen to, right? Or listening to channels like this one, where you can kind of get an idea of all the things that are possible, right? I remember when we were kids, right? A brush could become a wand, a broom could become a flying instrument, and we've kind of created this this society where we've kind of left imagination behind. For me, when I was a kid, I wanted to do music. I wanted to make songs. And now with AI, growing up, we didn't have the means to buy instruments and do all of these things, right? But I was always creative. I was always writing songs. I was always doing things. And now with AI, because I kind of developed those skill sets, now when I make a song with AI, my song doesn't sound like AI. When I make a song with AI, my song sounds like something that you would hear on the radio. Where if somebody just goes and just puts a random prompt, you're going to be able to tell that this is AI. But when I make it, it doesn't sound like an AI. Why? Because one, I had the mindset, I operated from a place of imagination. And then two, I had the skill set. The skill set is, how are you going to develop your skills in this time without a direct benefit? A lot of times, the reason why most people are not successful, it's not because of who they are, it's because of who they think they're not. And then what happens is that cuts them off from curiosity. When that cuts them off from curiosity, then you stop doing things, you stop experimenting, you stop trying new things. And then so you have no repertoire to pull from, right? You're just a one trick pony, right? So what I'm encouraging people to do in this age, right, is to, one, develop the mindset, two, develop the skill set. So how do you practically develop the skill set? It's, in this age, use the tools, try out different things, ask it different things, spend time using it, right? And all of these kind of like tips are things that anybody can do. right? But the thing is, you have to one, be willing to just try it, to get familiar with it, right? Getting familiar with AI in your week to week, in your day to day, it's going to put you at a massive advantage versus people who think, oh, they're better and they don't need to use it, or it's going to make them lazy, or all of this crazy stuff, right? So that's the mindset, that's the skill set, and then lastly, it ties in with skill set. It's the tool set, right? Here's the truth about AI and where everything is going. Right now, we're using tools like ChatGPT, and we think that that's all AI is. But in reality, AI is more than ChatGPT. I've developed apps where you can take a photo of your pantry and essentially get a recipe of everything that you can make based off of that photo, right? I've developed apps where you can essentially take a photo of your outfit and it gives you recommendations about your outfit, right? I developed apps where essentially you can develop other apps, right? I've developed apps where you can essentially put in a YouTube video and it extracts all of the frameworks from that YouTube video. So when I say develop your tool set, that means there are so many things that AI can do right now. And it's not just for business purposes, it's for your life, right? Uh, Even with my own kids, like we've came up with stories and then we told the AI to tell us the story, right? Again, I don't think that's taking away from who we are as human beings. I don't think that's making us more lazy, but I think that in the same way that when we were kids and a brush would become a microphone and a broomstick would become a flying instrument, AI is kind of like that tool that can allow us to step in to a certain level of imagination, a certain level of expectation. And when we develop the mindset, when we develop the skill set, and when we develop the tool set, then what happens is we can go back to that place of imagination. Now, again, I don't want to seem all optimistic because here's the truth. The truth is, there's going to be people that use AI for pretty bad and horrific things, right? It's going to happen, but that's not in your control at all. The only thing that's in your control is what are you going to do? And most importantly, it's going to be who do you become? How do you leverage AI? And this is the main point. It's how do you leverage AI so you can become the person that you were created to be? That's how I'm using it. I am using AI as my everyday tool so I can become the person that I need to be, so I can have the impact that I want to have. And the product of that is I'm going to increase my income, I'm going to multiply my influence, and I'm going to leave an impact. So if you're a person and you're watching this and you're not sure about this AI stuff, my encouragement for you to is to just one, develop the mindset. The simple way to just develop a mindset is just ask, who do I want to become? Ask that question, who do I want to become? And then the skill set. You can go into AI and you ask it, hey, this is the type of person I want to become. This is the income I want to have. This is the influence I want to have. This is the impact I want to leave. You can ask AI, what is the tool set that's going to take me there? What's the skill set that I need to develop that's going to take me there? And then you can ask it, what is the tool set? That's the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set. So you can become all that you were created to be. Now, let me ask you a question and let me know in the comments. Do you believe that AI can improve your life? Or do you believe that AI will destroy your life? Do you believe that what I'm saying is just total nonsense? Or do you believe that there's some truth to what I'm saying? And if you can develop the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set, then you can see a movement take place in your life.